Current attack delay of 1.5 is nowhere near the target we were mentioning. But that should be fine. Agnes with a vampiric Lagitang. Okay, you're not fooling around here. I would like to just get your attention and not everybody's. Perfect. You have 99 health. We have some unavoidable damage, which is kind of why I decided to take on this encounter. Full well knowing that I might very well come to regret it. Fortunately, that does not seem to be the case. Feeling pretty solid about this for the time being here, but definitely could have ended up playing out very, very differently than how it did. So important to keep some amount of that, you know, at least on a surface level, kicking around the old dome piece here. And that should just about do. That was actually probably time I could have swapped the axe a little bit. Bastion as well, hey? Bit of a party of uniques going on. Everyone's showing up here today, but I'll summon you into yourself, and then what do I want to do here? I'll condenser vein as well. Let's get funky with it. Poison clouds is not what I'm looking for. Yuck. Other option though, Rootsia. And don't think we die in one turn, so we can take that step away with some relative amount of safety. We'll walk here and let all of you kids come my way. If you could stop firing past each other, that would be grand. I will also start channeling magic because it's looking like we're you know, whether it's the right decision or not, it's looking like we're gonna hold our ground here and see what happens. Okay, you were still alive. In fact, I think you still are alive. Did I kill you in that? No, okay, I did kill you in that finally. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, the Barding got me excited there. Still not completely used to the new model, or the new sprite for that. So I thought for a minute that we had something special, but that's totally fine. And perfect. Kill you with reflection. That does the trick. Just waiting out there for some mana to come back and hoping that it would take care of all of our problems. And in some ways, did indeed do so. One of those sons of guns had an anti-magic arbalist as well. That would have been gross if I'd realized what it was doing to us at the time. Kite shield of positive energy. You know what? We're back to having a little bit of additional space in our backpack. So I will pick you up. I believe one of our other encounters here in Snake, they had a +2 kite shield, so I thought that would be our next go-to supplement, but looking to not be the case here. And was there actually 17% chance? Okay, so basically no chance of me actually paralyzing you. Probably shouldn't be bothering. Lightning Rod, on the other hand, is a perfect time to use that. And even a Spell Viper is not the end of the world, thanks to our miasma. Definitely carrying a lot of the weight there. Vampiric Lagitang is awesome, but not for us. I will buy Summoning, ID, Revelation is good too. You know, I was talking last stream we had about the changes to the scroll of magic mapping, but I didn't actually really fully click into the name change until now. Or maybe I did and just forgot that I did so. Both are fully possible, for sure. But we can definitely buy those bad boys, and then let's use up some of our new ID scrolls here. I mean, not a whole lot came from that, but that's totally fine. Not a whole lot needed to come from that. We're currently feeling good, looking good, and having a fantastic time. Let's irradiate to hopefully just kill off our snake friends. Not quite. Shoot. In fact, yeah, you kids get real nasty real fast. You know that? Has anyone told you that? You're a problem? There we go. Get me out of the heat of battle there, please and thank you. And we'll just reset. We definitely churn through all of our magic points at an absurd rate. A rate that is much higher than I have any reasonable comfort level towards. So that's something we should probably at the very least keep in mind, even if it doesn't do too much to impact or change the way we play here. And yes, perfect. I was just thinking to myself, if we're able to take the Guardian Serpent upstairs without getting surrounded, then that is lovely. And so it was indeed quite lovely. Fantastic. Because at some point in our future, we're hoping to have some ability to mitigate any issues that would come from that. But until our axe training is looking a little better, yeah, 1.3 current attack delay would probably not make the cut, unfortunately. Or at least not with any reasonable amount of confidence or feeling of safety. Oh my gosh. Where are you all coming from? Just crawling out of the woodwork now, my friends. Yeah, do you want? Screw that. We're gonna get out of there. We're gonna head to a completely different stairwell. Let's just reset and hope for a slightly better entrance point. Yikes, that is not a better entrance point. I will make the case. Starburst, kind of sick with it though. That hits most of you at the very least. And then, I mean, we can, oh, never mind. The salamander does not join us on our trip upstairs. Rude, but fair. To each their own, and should actually be stone arrowing that son of a gun instead of blindly whacking away with our staff. Whoopsie daisies. No, oh, I should have replaced it, then just removed it now that I think about it, but that's fine. Ooh, is this the new ego, or is this the same old drain? Oh, it is the same old drain. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it's not an ego and an item, but another update in this latest edition is a mutation that's like perpetual draining or something. I believe it makes it so that removing drain from your character takes an extra or like an additional amount of EXP to get rid of. Something along those lines, at least that's my understanding of it. Regardless though, apparently it's something we don't have to worry about quite yet, so that is lovely. And we'll kind of hang out here. We can get that gosh darn mouse out of the way, and kind of want to just smack away. How much mana does Starburst cost? 6. So let's just wait one more turn, and then I can blast all these folks, and can constrict you as well, my friend. Bit of tit for tat. Poison right back at you, eye for an eye. Sure, it may leave the world blind, but honestly, with an absurd amount of firepower in the form of spells, blindness isn't going to be that much of an impediment to our future, so get absolutely rolled, my friends. And speaking of, we will just head right back to our new stairwell here and wait for you all to line yourselves up in lovely organizational fashion for a fireball. And we eventually have to deal with this gosh darn salamander, but no major issues there, or at least I hope not, and that did indeed result in being the case. And yeah, in general, Snake, pretty smooth. We've even come across a few tougher encounters here. One of paralysis could be a deal breaker, but I'm hoping that we can just by and large ignore you, and that at the very least seems to temporarily be the case. Lovely. head back upstairs, regenerate just enough to fireball you into the next plane of existence as well, and then we'll see what spellbook Sif sent our way. Ooh, Lahudib's Crystal Spear. I don't believe that was the spellbook from Sif, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter too much. The important bit is that we did indeed get that sent our way, and yeah, here's the God Gift. Seer and Ray, Orb of Destruction could be okay. It's probably fairly castable. I'm also very happy to see that we finally replaced at least some of the Blink Scrolls that we irresponsibly churned through in Shoals. So that is lovely for you, my friend. An old treat. The Steamed Eel, you don't want to deal too much damage. Trauma impacts the consistency of the flesh, and so you just want the Foxfires to give it that nice sear quality. You know, steam it up real nice, and then you got the perfect electric eel for your dinner plans for the evening. And no real problems with any of these sons of guns either. Fantastic. Slowly but surely back to working through the rest of our un-ID'd consumables here. Again, nothing that we need on an emergency level, so I'm more than happy to just take our time and relax. Just do it. You know you want to get to it. Something along those lines. Are we fully prepared for Snake 4? Probably. I mean, I'm not super enthused by the idea of more Guardian Serpents. We do have a Radiate, which is a nice, you know, antithesis to their shenanigans. The crux of that being that we can't exactly spam it beyond a certain point. But maybe that's fine. Maybe we're set and doing okay. Only one way to really find out. Oh my gosh, we finally get heal wounds after all this time. Nice to have that ID'd. Oh, and we got another mutation at some point. Magical and physical powers enhanced at high health. Okay. That's a decent augmentation. I mean, we're generally sitting at not high health, so maybe not perfectly ideal, but it does mean that we can hopefully try and snowball and just steamroll things as much as we possibly can. To that end, I'm gonna try and just provoke some of these sons of guns without bringing the entirety of the floor down on our heads. See how that goes. Not perfectly ideal so far, but very much in the early throes of things, early days. And we can kind of reset on the stairwell as much as we can, as long as they're filtering in, you know, 1 by 1, 2 by 2. That's all fine by me. I wanted to say you to make it rhyme, but unfortunately, just wasn't quite there. Ooh. And Nikola Tesla. You son of a gun. I mean, fortunately, you don't have any resistance to your own flavors here at the very least. I don't really want to silence you. I mean, I think we do beat you in a silenced fight, but I don't think that's a risk I'm willing to take right now. 345, though, is rough, man. Is it worse when you're close or far? I never remember. The further it travels, the less damage it does. Oh, so it is bad close. Oh, that's fun. That's fun, cool, and very nice. So we don't have great spells. I guess Irradiate is probably our best bet. Just hope we chunk through your absurd health pool in a couple of casts, maybe if we get really lucky with it. Or I guess remaining health pool. Alternatively, we could risk like an MCC won't let me be. Hoodip's Crystal Spear is not going to do it on its own. Firestorm is not bad, I guess. Spellforge Servitor, no, it's probably not even close to worth the Divine Exegesis cost. Oh me, oh my, what the heck do I want to do? I'm definitely starting to fade out in my ability to concentrate a little bit here as the night wears on, as is always the case, but generally try to hide as best I can. But I'm actively feeling like I have no idea how to best handle things, which is good because we are getting close to the end, so you know it's not a terrible time to be feeling as such. And there we go, we're able to take care of Nicola. It was as easy as just throwing everything in the kitchen sink at you, or not so much that, more so just irradiate, I guess, being the catch-all solution to all of life's problems. We have a decent amount of curing, so I can at least take care of you kids with some amount of safety here and get the heck out of there in order to fully recover before fighting anything that causes us some troubles in terms of those resistances. Hey, Azul. Funny seeing you here. Oh, you can put me to sleep. That's going to be a problem. So let's swap out our intelligence ring for a way to prevent that from having any tangible effects on this encounter. And then just Starburst, I guess. Starburst until the end of time and space itself. Serpent Talisman of Serendipity. Do you always have a Serpent Talisman on you now, Azul? I feel like that might not have been the first time we ran across this. I'm trying to roll back to the Oni run that we did. I cannot recall exactly, but I do feel like there was the first time we found an artifact talisman, when I finally made the realization that was even a potential option, was potentially in something like Snake here. It was a bit later in the game in our S branches at the very least. Interesting. Regardless, let's just murderate the rest of you, shall we? Do as the adventurer does, of course, and kill all the Naga, unfortunately. The giant snake cult beneath the city here, as it were. Okie dokie. Well, that's one too many sharpshooters. I was just about to go off onto a slight tangent, but unfortunately the game has a habit of reminding us of the danger we're in. Stop that. Auto aim for my fireball spell. That's not what I wanted. That's a little bit better as we just take care of the last few stragglers there. Holy moly. I mean, so far, our plan of kind of taking this in stages is going very, very well, so cannot complain too much about that at the end of the day. Ooh, can complain about this Naga getting directly in the way of my preferred line of fire. Rude, if you ask me. Teach their own, and I'm sure you have very much your own things going on in life, career, family, all sorts of stuff here in the snake pit. But that does not excuse the fact that I guess I just disagree with that, so therefore I'm gonna murder you indiscriminately. Oh man, just keep in mind, folks, we are the good guys here, 100%. Never a doubt in my mind. And that should hopefully just about do it. I can't imagine there's that much more left to go here, though we've definitely been unpleasantly proven wrong in that regard in the past. So let's not put too much stake into it. Don't let our hopes get too high and mighty here, at least not until we've confirmed that we are just about through this. I mean, there's all the guardian serpents finally showing up. How close am I to use my axe? I don't have electricity resistance anymore. Make sure that is successfully percolating through your brain, Torinski. If a shock serpent comes out, we need to change back to the staff. Do not forget this. I mean, hopefully it wouldn't be too much of a factor regardless. We've had to make our way through Snake without electricity resistance before. It's not the end of the world per se, but definitely not how we'd prefer things to go. Oh, Nagaraja dead, lovely. Can maybe actually heal up from this fight a little bit if we're lucky with our axe work here. Chop and chop, fantastic. Gotta love that vampiric brand, incredible stuff. In fact, it's almost bringing me to the stage now where I'm tempted to start tabbing into all of these encounters, which is not a great idea. Should at least, you know, keep it in this kind of hybrid fashion where we're feeling a little bit safer about it, you know, cautious, conscious. All the important C's are being applied and remembered, so that's always good. Whatever that means. And ooh, multiple Naharaja, eh? Well, I will still come in to fight you again, probably stupidly, and in fact I think we've basically confirmed for ourselves here that this was indeed the wrong call. How much damage can you do? Am I being really dumb? 40 hit with 7 constrict. It's not good. Oh man, what am I doing with my life? Okay, alternatively, if we again need to play this on the safe side, 1% chance of a fear scroll. Nope, that's not gonna cut it, my friend. How else do I guarantee murder you? I guess getting rid of haste is probably a good idea. Blinking is an option. Oh, we could still die if the construction cancels the blinking, which can't happen. That would be horrendous. Let's not die in the final throes of things here. I know I've been very explicit about the fact that we're kind of in that end of stream fugue state where I start to make just the worst decisions. But let's hope that does not completely ruin our chances at success here, shall we? So let's kill you with some Quicksilver. Even if it didn't kill them, it would have gotten rid of the haste, which was kind of the main thrust of that.